Hey everybody, my name is Nathan Johannick, and welcome to Offerings of Hope. So I created this channel to bring to the world ideas and messages that inspire a more empowered life, and my goal, to be a light in the darkness for those who need it. Mama, mama, hey, mama, mama, hey, mama, mama, hey, mama, mama, hey, come on. So the first topic that I actually want to discuss with you all today is the idea and experience of NDEs, or near-death experience. And one caveat, I have not personally had a near-death experience, but I am just extremely fascinated with them, which is why I'm bringing it to the channel today. So just to start off, I will read the definition provided by the IANDS Association, which is the International Association for Near-Death Studies. So what is a near-death experience? So an NDE is a profound psychological event that may occur to a person close to death, or if not near death, in a situation of physical or emotional crisis. Because it includes transcendental and mystical elements, an NDE is a powerful event of consciousness. It is not mental illness. Whether happening truly near death or under benign circumstances, the near-death experience contains powerful images and emotions, usually of peace and love, though sometimes terror, despair, and guilt. An NDE may include an out-of-body experience and vivid perceptions of movement, light, darkness, encounters with deceased loved ones, unfamiliar entities, and/or spiritual presences. Sometimes a life review, a landscape, a sense of overpowering knowledge and purpose. The after effects of an NDE or related experience are enduring, often powerful, and may be life-altering. The NDE belongs to a larger family of experiences that go beyond the usual limits of space and time and can transform a person's life and beliefs. They may be called spiritually transformative, conversion, mystical, religious, or transpersonal experiences. 1/4 of the 800 people who have submitted an account of their experience to the IANDS online NDE archives reported they were not close to death or clinically dead at the time. Instead, they were emotionally intense situations, praying or meditating, sleeping, or in ordinary states of consciousness when this phenomenon occurred. IANDS refers to these as near-death-like experiences, or NDLEs. 75% of those who sent their accounts had a sense of being close to death, were in a life-threatening situation, or believed they were clinically dead. So, there you have it. That's the definition of an NDE and also an NDLE, near-death experience or a near-death-like experience. So why am I talking about it today on this channel when I've never had one? Well, I find them personally fascinating. I can't remember exactly when I first got into them, but it was a YouTube rabbit hole, and once I entered, I did not exit for a while. I did a lot of research, I watched hundreds of videos, and they just fascinated me beyond belief because people's experiences, cross-referencing them, they lined up with, there were very commonalities between experiences that were blowing my mind, like the experience of unconditional love, the experience of God, the experience of deceased loved ones, the experience of spirit guides, and an overwhelming sense of purpose on this planet. And the idea that we all come here for a reason to learn lessons and yada, yada, yada. So that's why I'm bringing it to the channel, Offerings of Hope, because in my own life, listening to these experiences has changed my perspective on the reason that we're here and the reason that we're human. So another way that these experiences have shifted my perspective is how I view hardship and challenge in my life and in the lives of the people around me. This can be a very difficult thing to accept because really bad things happen to a lot of people. But there is this idea that comes from this world of near-death experience and guides and spirits and people who are in that world, that the challenges that we face in our lives are actually tailored to us, and we are meant to find ways to overcome them. And when we overcome them, that stretches and expands our consciousness and our awareness and our capacity for love and charity and compassion. And it stretches our souls, and we're able to grow from these hardships and experiences. But in my personal life, it has changed my perspective on that, and it's been like that for a while now. So I see hardship differently. I don't see it as something that's just purely happening to me, but I see it as, what am I supposed to learn from this? How can I grow from this experience? And I'm definitely not perfect at that, because I definitely fall back into my humanness all the time and forget about it. And, you know, we all go through that. But it is like a practice coming back to that idea, which I am believing is true, that we are meant to learn, we are meant to grow. And that's what happens anyway. That happens regardless whether or not you believe that it's happening specifically for a reason. Adversity equals growth. Voluntary adversity equals growth. It's why people work out. It's why people decide to do cold plunges. It's why people decide to do ultra marathon runs and Tough Mudders and all those difficult physical feats. And on the other side of that is growth. So, at the end of this video, in the description below, I'll also leave some links to a couple of my favorite near-death experience videos, so you can watch them for yourself. A couple recommendations for reading too: Proof of Heaven by the neurosurgeon Eben Alexander. Beautiful book, beautiful experience that he had. And he was a materialist reductionist scientist who was transformed. And another one, Transformed by the Light, Melvin Morse, The Powerful Effect of Near-Death Experiences on People's Lives. Well, I don't want to make this video too long, so that's all for this video, and I look forward to the next one. See you guys later.